Hey everybody, welcome to FWOP 4 of our dispatches from Africa. I'm joined here to talk about poaching in Africa and anti-poaching efforts in Africa with Joash Vomo, known as JJ around these parts, who works with Robin Hood Safaris on community development projects and anti-poaching efforts. And we're going to talk a little bit about how those two things actually have something to do with each other. Before we get into that subject, though, I want to remind everyone, right now we have the raffle is open. The window to buy raffle tickets is open for our annual TRCP fundraiser turkey hunt. For many years now, we run a raffle and we pick a winner, and that winner brings along a friend to go turkey hunting with me and Janis Putelis. When you win, you and your friend, we cover your airfare. We hook you up with any gear you might need for the trip. We cover the price of your turkey tag. We cover food, lodging, everything. We pay, you don't pay anything. We pay everything for you guys to come turkey hunt. You'll spend 3 nights with us. We'll have 2 full days of turkey hunting. We do it every year. We bounce around different spots we want to hunt. We always have a ton of luck. The raffle is open from now to the end of July. All the expenses for the turkey hunt are covered by a donor. A buddy of mine covers all the expenses. All of the raffle ticket money goes directly to TRCP, and TRCP's, their slogan again is guaranteeing Americans quality places to hunt and fish. All the money stays on mission when you buy a raffle ticket. The recent public lands fight that we lived through, TRCP was front and center in getting that squared away and leading us to a big victory in that battle. So get your raffle tickets now. Back to subject. You, Joash, you're Tanzania born.
Yes, I'm a Tanzanian.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you ever get into the career that you're in? Like what led you down that path?
I started out in community development. I joined Robin Hood Wildlife Foundation as an intern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 12 years ago. So we were doing community projects in the communities that surround the areas that Robin Hood Safaris has for hunting.
Okay.
So that's how I got in. And also I was doing also anti-poaching patrols, mostly in this area. I've done quite a bit of patrols.
So you've been doing patrols here for 12 years?
Yeah, I've been doing it, for a while, yes.
In the U.S., when we hear poaching in Africa, right, 9 out of 10 people, their mind goes to elephant ivory and rhino horns.
Yeah.
How is that accurate? I mean, in what ways is it a more complicated picture than that? But that is what people think when they hear those words.
Yeah, of course, largely the poaching in Tanzania is just for subsistence. But then you have the big poachers who go for the elephants and the rhinos. Of course, there's not any more rhinos left. There's a few.
In this area, they've been
poached
out.
Yeah, but that was in the 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
There has been elephant poaching, but we haven't had any incident for the last 10 years. We haven't had any incident with elephant poaching. And also the government really came down hard on elephant poaching and rhino poaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is poaching today that you deal with?
Well, poaching today, what we deal with is mostly I can say there's a market for game meat, which is usually buffalo or any animal that they can get on a snare. So, and there's a belief like in giraffe meat that it has some healing capabilities. So then there's a market also for that. So, but it's usually for the meat. That's what most of the poachers go for. It's like a black market, Mm-hmm. So they hunt and they poach, and they sell the meat to various places in a black market. Yeah.
Is it common that you'd be able to go into a city or a town in Tanzania, and if you looked around, you would find game animals for sale in the open, or is it more discreet?
No, it is very, very discreet.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't do it in the open. A few years ago, the government opened up game meat butcheries so that to give the local people a chance for also to get an animal legally. There are places where the locals can go and hunt. They get a permit, they go with a government game scout, and they can hunt an animal. And yeah, if you have the license, then you can sell it, but it's not that much. It's very rare. So most of the game meat is sold very discreetly and to a select number of people who I think the poachers have some sort of relationship with.
We've in the time I've been hanging around here, I've heard a number of people mention snaring.
Yeah.
In the U.S. in most states, you can set snares for fur-bearing animals. Yeah. It's very regulated.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about a type of snaring that is more meant to just, well, one, to catch like large game, big game animals, to catch meat animals.
Yeah.
How are the snares employed? What are they made of? Like, what does it look like when you encounter a snare setup out in the woods?
They use wire, so they put it close to water holes and on riverbeds. So it's a wire it's round, and then the animal goes in. Mm-hmm. It starts to tighten up.
Show me how big they make the loop.
Oh, the loop can be quite big. It can be like it's big. It's like this big. So even a buffalo head can go in.
So you can snare.
Yeah.
They'll snare something that big.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can do that.
And then you also, I hear guys talk about a muzzle loader.
Yes.
Now, we can buy a muzzle loader.
Yeah.
Right, at the store.
Yes.
These are not store-bought muzzle loaders.
No, they're not. Usually you find that a lot of the people with muzzle loaders, they got the skill down from their grandparents, mm-hmm. so they can make one. And they use like a piece of metal this big and put it in there like a bullet, and they have gunpowder and they shoot it out. Others have some very old muzzle loaders, which I believe that they got from, a lot of people from this area during the First World War. They were used as fighting.
During the First World War?
During the First World War in Africa on this side. So they were part of the German local army. Mm-hmm. And later on, they became the King's African Rifles. So some of them came back home with the muzzle loaders.
Oh, I got you.
And so it got handed down.
And those are still being used.
Yeah. So you find them from time to time.
So when you're out on patrol, and you guys will do 30-day patrols.
Yes.
And in this area you're patrolling, I keep telling this like to our audience. I keep trying to explain like this reserve that we're on.
Yes.
It borders a large national park.
Yeah.
On one of its borders. It's a game reserve that's the size of. We have a very large, famous park called Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
In the U.S.
Yeah.
It's that size.
Yes.
You do 30-day patrols.
Yes.
Let's say you catch somebody. Okay, you encounter a poacher. You encounter a guy in camp. He's got snare equipment. He's got meat. Are you at liberty to make an arrest? Like how do you approach the situation? What do you do when you find someone?
Okay, during our patrols, we have 2 to 4 government game scouts. They're the ones legally who are allowed to apprehend a person who is caught poaching or doing anything illegal. So as soon as we get the guy or culprits, we have 24 hours to present him to the relevant authorities.
You can detain him for 24 hours.
Yeah, so what we do during the 24 hours, we'll do our best to make our way out of the area and go and he goes to the police station and he stays there until then the evidence comes in, and then it becomes a court case from there. Yeah. Yes.
And what kind of fine, like let's take something in the extreme. There's giraffes here.
Yes.
We see them most days.
Yeah.
It's the national animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So it'd be like our equivalent would be the bald eagle, our national bird.
Yeah.
If you kill a bald eagle, you're in a ton of trouble.
Yes.
You catch a guy with something like that.
Yeah.
what sort of, like, what is the punishment that, if you got a good case and you can prove it, what would be the punishment for something like that?
A punishment for that is close to 20 years in jail.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
But sometimes, like, I know that I keep hearing, you know, guys at Robin Hood Safaris talk about that a lot of staff, people they hire, would be people that reformed poachers.
Yeah.
Maybe kids that start out poaching at a very young age.
Yeah.
You know, 14, 15 years old.
Yes.
That kind of get brought on and cultivated and given like career positions within the organization.
Yes.
What are they getting caught doing that you would not, that they wouldn't have to go off to jail for a number of years, but that they have an opportunity to come, you know, be out in the bush and work with wildlife, but work in a productive way?
Yeah, of course. Well, you find them. Some were caught setting up snares. Others you find maybe they were hauling the game meat. You know, because if for example they poach a buffalo, they'll stay out in the field, to dry it out and everything, then put it in sacks. And then so they need guys to move the sacks out. So you find kids like that.
So you might catch a kid who's just out carrying meat.
So and some of them don't even know if they're doing something that's illegal.
I see.
So after we educate them and rehabilitate them, then we give them an opportunity. So they join our anti-poaching units. That's where most of the guys that you have hunting with you started from. So they start in the anti-poaching unit, and as they progress, they become trackers, because also they are very good with the area because they've been there since they were young, and also they are very good trackers in following up, looking at the animal tracks. Okay. So it's a benefit. So you just show them that, if you do it this way, it's legal and it's going to benefit you and your family, instead of doing this, which you might end up in jail. Yeah. So it's the better option for them. Yeah.
Next, talk about what community development means and how does what is the relationship between community development and anti-poaching?
The word that we use is community-based conservation. Okay. So what we do is we help the communities in projects for them to see the actual benefits that come from protecting the wildlife. The poachers come from the communities around. So if they can see a direct benefit that comes from preserving and conserving the wildlife that they have, or even helping us in finding out about the poachers. 2 months ago, we got information about people with 2 muzzle loaders, and they were caught before they could do anything. And it was because of the community informing our anti-poaching unit about such people. So it's projects, it's schools. We've built schools in this area. We've built health dispensaries. We are currently working on renovating one in the village that we went to in Lumbe. And we've set up water wells. We've supported children who have finished primary school going into secondary school. So these benefits which the community can see and touch, they are tangible benefits that come from them partnering with us in protecting the wildlife and the area, so that whatever that's got from hunters who come, that there's a percentage that goes back to the community. So it's a direct benefit to them. So in that way, they help us in being also custodians and fellow protectors of the wildlife. Yeah.
Do you find in the surrounding communities that your work in that area has been effective? Like, do people wind up having a positive attitude toward the wild landscapes that are here?
Oh, yes. Yes, people are very positive. But as in everything, there's always a few characters who always find a way. Yeah. Because you find it's something that they've been doing for generations and generations. To them, it's just a way of life. Poaching, illegal fishing, and illegal timber harvesting. So there's still a few characters who it hasn't really gotten into their heads. But for the most part, the communities are very receptive and very supportive of what we do over here.
I want to back up a minute. There's a thing I failed to ask you about that you just brought up.
Yeah.
There's a big fishing component here.
Yes.
Because you're on a very large lake.
Yes.
There's a river system.
Yeah.
And there is legal fishing.
Yes, there is.
Okay, but you still patrol and you guys patrol and regulate the fishing. And where I live, it would be that we have game wardens hired by the different states, and the game wardens patrol the waterways.
Yeah.
And it's checking licenses, checking what equipment you use, checking that you have fish you're allowed to have, you don't have too many, right?
Yes.
They're just doing that work all the time, and they interact with fishermen.
Yes.
And that's sounds like very similar to what you guys do.
Basically the same thing. We also, what we do is we facilitate the government game officers so that we go with them. And also you find that we have more of a feel of the area.
Yep.
You know, the game scouts come and go, they get changed. So we have our teams with them, even on the water, and they check. You have to have a valid license, and we have to check the type of fish you caught. There's also the size of the net that you have, so that you don't catch the small fish. So it's almost the same thing as you described. We have to do that on the lake and also on the river. And also, even by doing that, it's also because poaching, if they can't come in on land, then they'll come in through the water.
Yeah.
So by having patrols, then we have a way of controlling the guys who would come and poach and then put it on a boat and go out.
Yeah.
So it helps. Yes.
Is there anything I missed that you feel like you should tell me about?
Well, not really, Morgan.
Corinne?
Black mambas.
Oh. Okay. Let's talk like Morgan Potter's not here.
Okay.
Morgan Potter tells us all about, we got a little worked up about black mambas. Just from hearing about them, reading about them.
Yeah.
He's like, you'll never see one. Okay. Right away, there's a damn black mamba right in the middle of the road. How many black mambas per day are you running into?
On a normal day, you won't run into one.
Okay. How many per week?
Per week, okay. For the week I've run into 2.
Ah!
And and one of them really chased us, you know.
I didn't know, but I had heard of black mambas. I knew they were bad. Or like I knew there was like a snake to be reckoned with.
Yes.
They ride their neck up like Loch Ness Monster.
Oh yeah, they stand with
They cruise around with their head like up here.
Yeah, they can stand on their tail. Like literally stand.
And they're like an attack snake.
Oh yeah, it is. It's quite aggressive, very territorial.
Chases people around.
Chases people. Can even chase a car. It can even, it can go after you.
You'll never see one.
Yeah.
Here's the funniest part about it. The funniest part about it, we see a black mamba.
Yeah.
The black mamba honestly considers attacking our car.
Yeah.
Like he runs through his mind. He false charges the car.
Yes.
And then goes off. And then we drive off and we don't go a mile and someone looks out the side of the road. We're like, there's another one. And Morgan's like, no, that's a cobra.
A cobra, yeah. Yeah, I think if you had to choose, you're better off meeting a cobra than a black mamba. It's really we call it over here sudden death, you know.
Sudden death.
Yeah, sudden death. But you have traditional healers who say they can
fix you up,
but you are never sure about it. Yeah.
The other snake we saw that seemed very benign.
Yes.
I mean, I know they're not, but he seemed very just a chill snake.
Yeah.
We saw a puff adder.
Oh yeah, he's very chill.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't
want trouble.
Yeah, you can even step on him and he won't do anything to you. But a black mamba, you startle it, or you're just like in its surroundings and like it's coming back to its hole, like back here. It would really chase us away here. Yeah.
This one was going down the road.
Yeah.
And we pulled up on it, and he turns and comes back toward the truck to attack the truck.
It's not scared of anything. Yeah, that's the truth about it.
I got a lot of respect for him.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you've been in this business 12 years.
Yeah.
You do mega patrols out here. You do long patrols out here. You've never been struck by one.
Well, I wouldn't be here if I was. So
that's proof. That's proof. You've never been struck by one. He's alive.
I've never been struck by one. We've had close calls. Earlier this year, some of our guys were chasing a poacher, and as soon as they got close to him, he turned around and was going towards the vehicle on his own. It's because he had seen a black mamba. So when the guys got there, it stood up, and so they also started running back. And it's very rare for it to happen, but as soon as they get to the pickup, they find that there was another one close by, so it also stood up. So it was a bit of a crazy day. Luckily, no one was bitten. Yeah.
We have a similar animal in the northern. We have a mountain range called the Rocky Mountains, and in the northern end of the Rocky Mountains, we have a bear called a grizzly bear. You probably heard of grizzly bear.
Oh yes, I've heard of it. Yes.
People that live around there
Yeah.
are generally very relaxed.
Yes.
They're like, sure, you see them. It doesn't mean it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
You just get used to it. And then people come from far away and they go there and all they talk about is grizzly bears. And then people that live there get annoyed with them for talking about grizzly bears all the time. We're those guys. We're those guys about black mambas.
Oh yeah, but even the people around here who live around here, that's really one snake that they're really scared of.
Oh, is that right?
That's the truth. Yeah. So you can find a few brave people who are ready to confront it, but most would rather just go the other way. It's really scary. Yeah, that's the truth. There's a honey guy that was bitten 2 weeks ago because sometimes they go and stay inside a beehive.
Yeah.
So while he was opening it up, it struck him, and he.
How the hell does it get into the beehive?
It goes up. It climbs up the tree because the beehive is on top of
and goes into a hole
and goes inside there. It seems the bees don't mind it being there. So he opened it up and it struck him, and 3 hours later he was dead. Yeah. And for me, 3 hours, I'm like, oh, okay. It took a while because it's usually 30 to 40, 45 minutes.
I don't mean to laugh.
I know, but yeah, I was also surprised. 3 hours, okay. So it's a very dangerous snake. There are not so many. They are very rare, and they only come out early in the morning, during the day, and later in the evening they go back. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, thanks for the thanks for the conversation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your efforts on behalf of wildlife.
Yeah.
Thanks for your efforts at making us seem more chill about the black mambas. I'm actually pretty chill about the black.
Yeah, I know.
I like them. I don't have no problem.
Oh yeah.
It's this guy named Seth.
Yeah.
This guy named Seth running around here. It's a real baby about black mambas.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a real adrenaline rush.
Yeah, they're good for that. They're good for that. Yeah, it's like bungee jumping.